Whew, it's been a long time since I did an edited review for a mainstream drag race series. Feels so good just to say this. Cue my theme. Listen. Yeah! Yes, dog! Oh. Get that out of there! Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thanks for tuning in. It is a RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8. The finale, lots of words, episode 12, that sort of salad review. Rant in review here on my channel. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in today and for being here. Please do me a favor before we even start this up. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe to this channel. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate every single one of you for being here today. Shout out to my OG Rant Pack members. Shout out to my new Rant Pack members. Whoever is here, I appreciate the love and the support. Let's get my social medias out the way first and then get this review started. Since it's edited, we're not going to be here for too many hours. It's at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the MattyRants. You can find that all in the description down below. If you grab a branch and eat some fruit, Mativia, you know the rhyme, and the rest of it is a little boot boot. Did that make any sense? Didn't have to, but you can click the Linktree link and it'll take you to all of my social media pages and spaces. I also do reactions on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. $1 a month. You can tune into over 350 reactions where I keep it real and give you my first impressions as well as watch the episodes together. Check out all my old stuff and my new stuff there at patreon.com. Type in Matty Rants and find me once again as low as $1 a month. I'm also bookable on Cameo.com. Cameo app. Book me for a little special engagement. If it's your birthday, make some noise. On Cameo, any special occasion you want me to celebrate, I will be there for you and do something personal from the heart. So book me on Cameo. Now, listen, I normally do a live at this part and you would see this disclaimer that's popping up on the screen right now and me explaining to you how this is a program for entertainment purposes only and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. And all opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are so their personal views and do not reflect the every individual human being on this planet, and no hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned in this program. So please don't be rude and have yourself a good hoot. And mind you, I said all of that without even reading it. I think I have it memorized almost all the way through. But seriously though, I'm going to talk some stuff today, but this is for entertainment purposes. I do not wish any ill will or harm towards anyone I talk about. Please do not send any hateful messages to anybody that I talk about today. It's not that deep and it never has been and it never will be. So please relax, have a good time because I'm going to have a good time with you today. Talking about one of my favorite franchises, favorite shows to ever exist, which is RuPaul's Drag Race with its spin-off series that has gone on now for 8 seasons, soon to be 9, All-Stars 8. Let's start. And again, this is not a long live review, so I am going to go through this quite quickly. So be prepared because all the pictures will show up right here. Right here. It's Jimbo and Candy Muse for the crown. We already know this because we've had to sit through so many episodes explaining how that's going to be even prior to us getting to a top 2. But I am happy to see Jimbo and Candy in the top 2 regardless of what people may think. I found them to be very entertaining this season, and honestly, they held their alliance from the beginning, just like they said they would. The entire cast, minus Heidi in Closet, who we miss dearly, is also back as well. And this further proves my point that I made in my live reviews and in general when it comes to All-Star seasons, that I don't think it's necessary to have eliminations anymore for All-Stars. Leave the eliminations to RuPaul on a regular season. During an All-Stars, not necessary because it's their second chance to show their work. As you can see, Candy and Jimbo were not going to hold down the entire episode by themselves, regardless of what anybody says. They weren't going to hold it down there the entire episode. It was possible. And you saw how fun it was. I know y'all like to use that word and weaponize it sometimes online. As well as just good TV and good time. There were some jokes back and forth. Hell, we even had this moment in the beginning with Naysha Lopez low-key coming for James Mansfield and saying, I didn't really think that your talent show was exactly the best, but you know, there's room for everybody and comedy is valid. No tea, no shade. James did have a nice, nasty clap with that no tea, no shade comment again later with the pink furry box. I was very happy that we got that moment. It was quite a cackle. I was very here for it. See, that was light TV. And another reason why Naisha should have stayed and never been eliminated, as well as Monica and several other people, because we could have got excellent television. We did get good TV. I wanted excellent. Not saying this was the worst All Stars. It really was not for me, but I wanted excellence. I got good TV, though. I did. Good TV. Just a reminder that Lala Ree and James Mansfield have those bonuses for winning the lip sync together last week for the Fame Games. Where James has double the points and Lala Ree has triple. So that should play a factor into who wins the Fame Games. We will arrive at that point soon. I did vote for who won, though, but there you go. Ease on down the road. Everyone's favorite bald-headed dad. At this point, RuPaul steps into the room, and it's very much Fame Games is going to be crowned today, as well as the winner of this show. That's $200,000 for the winner of the whole competition, and $60K provided by Sunday Riley for that person who wins Fame Games. So everybody's got something at stake here, making this not just about two people, thank God, even though the episode was about two people. With the Maxi Challenge at hand, but more so a finale performance before a person is crowned, both Candy and Jimbo have to perform original songs by Leland. Shout out to Leland for always bringing us excellent music. Perform an original song and also have choreography by Miguel Zarate, who has been the choreographer for the past couple of seasons. I enjoy Miguel's work. I just miss Jamal Simp. But I'm sure he's busy being booked, blessed, and handsome. I realize that I'm doing this like a podcast and I need to focus on my eyes here. I'm so used to doing this live that I've forgotten where my camera is. It's just my camera. To lightly go over the Tic Tac lunch, because there's only two people to talk to, this was the most information I think we've gotten about Jimbo. I don't remember them ever having this conversation on Candace Drag Race, maybe because there really wasn't a chance to. I don't know. UK versus the world, we can say that because they weren't there that long, but I had no clue about the brilliant parents, but a very toxic household that they were in, and how everything was sort of a mask for something, but there was so much tragic trauma happening in the background, and Jimbo's mom picking, him up and the siblings and taking them into a safer environment, and Jimbo's clown drag, or the clownery of it all, we like to say, comes from that dark place, and this was the first time we really got that insight. I was happy to hear, because my baby, I just assumed this man was just nuts. No shade to Jimbo, but we really haven't gotten that kind of storyline from him, and I was appreciative of the openness in that moment with Rue and Michelle. But damn, they said, baby, I'm holding this until we get to the Tic Tac lunch. This isn't a conversation between you girls in the workroom. No. Maybe they knew about it. We didn't know, but I did like that was something that was given a highlight to, and Jimbo seems to be very much good with where they're at now, but maybe they're also performing some of their pain through their drag, and we see it, not even know it. Where Candy Muse, it's sort of we were just here not too long ago, and here you are back again. RuPaul sort of saying, I may be your biggest fan, Candy, which for Candy is like a boost of energy that nobody can take away from her, because she gets to talk that shit forever. Because Ru said that on camera, and it's now on Paramount Plus for your streaming consumption, right? But like, I think it's interesting how Candy got emotional and very, open with this. I see who I am as a person now, and I know my drag. Listen, Ru loves her some Candace Owens. I shouldn't go that far. Candelisa Rice Muse. There we go. She loves her some Candy. We saw that from the previous season she was on. Bitch, literally, she was eliminated, and she said, wait, come back. Got eliminated and came back, because technically she said goodbye, Candy. So you walked to the back of the stage, sister. You may not give a speech, but you were technically eliminated. But it's nice to see Ru show that love, and I feel that Candy's confidence is always boosted coming into the Drag Race universe, because they celebrate her shenanigans and her producerdom. They do. And I'm here for some of the bullshit she pulls, because it's entertaining. Also, I seem to have forgotten about the pink furry box moment, which was pretty cool with this episode, since it did get to ask some funny questions, including the one read I talked about that James got Naisha back for. It was a cute little moment for the no tea, no shade, but also because people won money. Some people won, other things. And then Naisha got 5 days at a hotel brand stay anywhere at any of their locations. What? This was kind of cool. So I did enjoy this part, and my bad for forgetting to talk about it. We do go over some of the choreography that both Jimbo and Candy have to do, to where I want to make this point and say that it does seem like both songs were tailored to each of them. The Jimbo song was very Jimbo, that didn't need to have a lot of hard choreography, very light work because the song is based more in personality and comedy. Whereas Candy's was an attitude track and a bitch track, and not really a bitch. Yeah, pay me my money, kind of that. So they both could do well. Candy does do well with the choreography, which puts a, uh-oh, Jimbo, how are we gonna do? Because baby can't dance. But then Jimbo sort of made it all work, and it wasn't bad at all. To be honest, that's kind of what I thought was gonna happen anyways. And there was a lot of encouragement from the girls who were eliminated watching at the same time. The workroom conversations are absolutely adorable, and full on moments of I'm happy to be here. I'm glad I got to show. I hope the fans understand. Wow, I can't believe we made it to top 2. I think I'm gonna cry. Y'all are competing for fan games as well. It's a lot of that, but it's a lot of good, and that's all you need from me. Moving forward. Before we get into the category is RuPaul is giving us a classic silhouette once again. Them gams are gamming. Those are legs for the kids that don't know. Michelle looks great. And of course, I cannot say anything bad about Carson because some people get upset. And again, I don't mean anything by everything that I say. So relax, people. But Carson looks lovely in their relaxed outfit, and Ross looks blousy. So I'm very much here for the panel of judges this week. RuPaul, glamour, very much the RuPaul I grew up seeing. But best believe it's a finale, so we're gonna get a performance from RuPaul. Listen, her shuffle step is really picking up. That baby's moving from here, points, right, back again. A little shoulder action, flick it away. A little shoulder action, flick it away. Moving over here a little bit, clap. Moving over here a little bit, clap. I'm just thankful that this isn't some sort of Pied Piper mixed by he who should not be named, last name Kelly. But I was here for it. This was fun. It was, the dancers were doing the work. Whoever is this brother with this chest tattoo, the way you deliver. I was enamored. Are we sharp and fine? Oh, then I looked at everybody else too. I was like, oh, there's a lot of people. Everyone's attractive and dancing very well around RuPaul. Like these small men, we would have thought this was some sort of Willy and the Wonka reboot, but for Drag Race. I'm telling you, RuPaul could do a Willy Wonka. I mean, it's not going to get a second season. She's used to that. Matty, no shade to Ru. I love you down, sister. I still think AJ and the Queen deserved a second chance. Now that talk show, we have Drag Race and we love it. Back to the program, Matty. So let's get into these performances. Jimbo performs first. The song is I Remember Being Born. If I could compare it to any sort of song out there or what it gave for me in terms of musicality, I was transported to a Rocky Horror Picture Show, visually as well. Little Shop of Horrors with the music, more so Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, Jimbo was dressed like a clown that could be in Terrifier 3 as a helper for, that crazy motherfucker. But I wasn't mad at it because Jimbo was doing well. They weren't bad at all. Choreography was okay. Of course, it was a little hokey in certain moments, but I thought that was the point of the song called I Remember Being Born, because I don't think Candy Muse would have done it. I just don't see Candy doing that song. That would have probably been terrible. ASMR horrible. Candy Muse performs Pay Me With Money. Hit her marks. Does the Candy Muse experience of it all. I have no notes for Candy. It was what I expected. The outfit reminded me of something she wore for her season's top 4. Baby, I'm on. Oh, horrible song. Woo! Hated that song. Hated it. Hated it. But I thought she did a good job, so I wasn't mad at it. And, you know, it is what it is as far as those performances are concerned. Before I get into these looks, I want to show some love to all the designers from this season. Whether we didn't like a look, I didn't like a look, we love the look, we praise the look, we thought it was okay. We thank you for your efforts in the work that you put into a lot of these garments. I know this was like, some people called you last minute. Maybe some people you've been working with forever and you've always wanted to do something. Maybe it was your first time having one of your looks shown on Drag Race. But I appreciate the work, whether I liked it or not. I know that stuff is hard to do, and I respect the talent and the work behind all the designers. And I want them to understand that, especially after some nonsense happened in one of my videos where someone came in like doing the most, but like for real, it's a lot of work. I may not like it though, but I'm not going to sit here and stroke someone's ego for anything. If I didn't like it, I didn't like it, but guess what? You're still talented, and some people did like it, or a lot of people liked it, and that shit should fucking matter. So there it is. Now let's start this up. Category is Finale Fabulosity. Up first is Monica Beverly Hills, serving us a purple fantasy that doesn't look like it fits in the center. Monica looks good, even though I wish it was a different color wig. I think the dress is lovely. It just doesn't look right in the midsection for some reason. Maybe it was an issue with the fit for later on in the season. I don't know. Monica is a beautiful girl, a beautiful, beautiful woman. But I just didn't like how it fit in the middle. Other than that, I think it's a nice look. Naysha Lopez is next. Bitch, this is the best you've looked all season. And not to say that you've looked horrible. There have just been some very much, oh, it's a bodysuit. But like, this gave me pageant. Even though James Mansfield kind of gave an orange version of the dress that you're wearing underneath the coat. If it's not the same, it somewhat looked the same because they did that same sort of cutout pattern on the sides and give you that tease. Not sure if that's what had happened, but I'm just, Naysha, forgive me. I focus on the right mat because this is a positive look. I'm not even shading her. The dress is sickening. The coat is done. The hair was right, even though them flyaways were hard in the paint when they kept doing close-ups of you. I thought you were sickening. And this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite look of Naysha Lopez for the entire season. Sick. I thought it was gorgeous, darling. It was gorgeous. Mrs. Kasha Davis, Ann Miller, Old Hollywood were my notes. It's the black and white fantasy of it all. It's nice. It's nice. This is nice. It's nice. I gotta sit back. I'm talking about people. I need these pictures showed here.
Listen, I do not know why I forgot about Darien Lake here. As you can see, I was hot. And this was recorded right after Drag Race Mexico. I had to get this done. Listen, let's talk about this look real quick. It's a no, and I love Darien so, but I did not live for this. Not at all. Hate to sing about it, but I love me some Darien, and honestly, she has done really well at the Fame Games. But baby, I couldn't get into this mesh mess. I couldn't do it. I tried. I liked it better when it was a full, complete outfit. When it deconstructed, I was like, well, oh, not so much.
James Mansfield is next, and I thought they were coming for Kahana's gig with the orange showgirl moment. I again thought, I was like, is this the same designer? The way these two look together? I'm gonna put them together. Ooh. It looked close, but almost doesn't count. Almost doesn't count. It's Brandy. But I think that James looked fabulous. One of the best looks, if not the best look they've had this season. I think they were sickening. James, you ate. Orange devoured it. Dear Kahana Montrese, I know I've had opinions this season of same silhouette syndrome, and I do still believe that was happening to an extent because the looks were still good. I just kept seeing the same. But oh my God, my notes are as follows. Is Ocean light-skinned goddess tease? Bitch, I said, baby, listen. This dress is every fucking thing. Not only is the dress serving with this coat over, but when she does the reveal, when I tell you it was it looked expensive. It looked just rich and gorgeous, and she looked polished and untouchable. This is my favorite look of hers from the season. Sickening. It is everything. It is so much details. Designer, bravo. Amazing work. It's gorgeous. It was everything for me. Everything. Next up is Lala Ree giving us a little red dress. Listen, Lala, I'm gonna start with the good. The dress is everything, and I like the dress. Girls trying to read me, I don't care. I like this dress. I'd wear this dress. I do something a little different, but I wear that dress. I think the dress looks lovely. I especially enjoyed the bottom of the dress. I think that the skirt proportion, all that tulle and ruffle and all that mess, it's sickening. I enjoyed that top of it. That red wig with the finger waves. Sister, it don't look like it fit on top of that head, and it makes your head look swollen. I think she looks gorgeous here. Dress, yes. Wig, swollen. It looked like someone like slammed a toe in a door, and it's throbbing, and that's thread. I just couldn't get into the wig. And I'm gonna get your sister too from the same season with hers as well, because I was like, and no way. Other than that, I did like this, but there were, some of the other girls came with some heat here, but I did like Lala's dress. I just didn't like the finger waves. I couldn't get into that small little swimming cap on top of her head. Just couldn't do it. My notes for Alexis Michelle, I said, Vita Bohem. I said, Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything. There's a barbecue at 12 Oaks tonight. No, I immediately wrote Vita because it reminded me of that dress that Vita had wore and sort of a Vita-esque silhouette when it came to both her pageant look mixed together with her Red is Wild, the strawberry social that they did. Look at me knowing this movie. But I wrote that down. But I think, honestly, Alexis, I'd wear the fuck out this dress. This dress is fucking sick. Bitch, this is a great dress. Honey, I need this in blue. I need this in a blue. I need a black Cinderella moment. I need Brandy to be wearing it. Like, impossible. Like, I need that energy, okay? I thought this was fierce. I think the makeup is good. I think the wig is drag. I think it's all good. I love this dress from Alexis Michelle. Sickening. Loved it. I'm yelling. Excuse me. We got Jessica Wilde next in this pink and purple number. I got a little pageant tease from this, early 2000s. I enjoyed Jessica's look. I did. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was nicely done. Not too impactful, but I thought it was a lovely look, and her glitter lip was great, and her hair was good, and I just love me some Jessica Wilde. So it was a nice look. It was nice. Now, Jimbo is next, and these are the top two now. We're out of the Fame Games run, but it's giving punk demon god with a wicked wig tease. I think this is cute. I think it's great. I think it's very Jimbo. I love the silhouette. I love how everything looks. I love the wig, especially that wig is with the horns. Get into it. It's right with God. I do like this. It's a great look for Jimbo, and I love it. It reminds me a little bit of that dress she wore for Fruity Patootie, but like this is what it should have looked like, because I didn't really care. Did I like Fruity Patootie? I don't even remember. It was so long ago. It's a great look, Jimbo. Candice Moose is next, and this ostrich yellow shapeless is my notes dress that she is wearing. Okay, if this was your bop, then bop, baby. Run with it. I love you for it. Don't attack me. I almost said hate. That's a terrible word. Dislike immensely. I do not like this at all. I love there's all these ostrich feathers, making it expensive, and yet it just doesn't give me the vibe, the boom. The thing about it is, Candy, is it looked like you were wearing two separate pieces at first. And then when I realized that maybe that's not actually the case, I was like, oh, I kind of wish it was. But I don't know. Something about the top and the bottom of it just don't look like they go together for me. I hate those finger waves. I don't know why today is the day that the girls felt like they wanted to be Miss Mama on the 2007 block on the corner wearing her baby fat outfit, all in black with the gold heels. And you know that belt that it's not actually a belt, but it just is around the waist to give some sort of illusion of cinched. You know her. She played dominoes and she never played fair. I don't know what y'all were going through this day, but I cannot take it. I don't like it. Your neck is too thick for this hair. I can't do it. It's a lot of neck and hair. I just can't do its shape. Hair. I can't. I won't. If she was happy with the look and y'all are happy with it, I'm happy for you. I couldn't get into this, but I still love me some Musum Candom. I do. Let's just go ahead and jump through this, y'all. The Fame Games winner after the fan vote, some people are saying that it's rigged because there's no way that person could have won. It's so fucked up for me to even say that. I need y'all to really hear me with that. I think that's kind of fucked up. Because what would you have had the same answer if it was anybody else too, or is it just because it was this one? Like, you know what I mean? Because even for me, let's say James had won, who didn't win. Let's say Darren had won, who didn't win. Let's say any of the other girls who I'm about to say who did not win won. Are we gonna call it rigged, or is it because y'all were really just like enamored with a clock? Like I'm not a soul can clock. Like I get it, and I understand people were a little bit pressed for Panini, and yes, Jessica Chimera and this and the other. But I'll be real with you. I voted for the bitch that won, and I voted several times. I didn't just vote once. I voted several times. So I personally saw my vote go to good use, as Lala Ree was the winner of Fame Games, and they won the $60,000. Now, I'm going to just tell you and be honest with you. I don't think she won because of her runways. Whoop, no shade. None. I promise you. No shade, Lala Ree. And the designers and anybody that worked with you. No, none. None. Nada. Nope. Nada. I think your performance was so good. And it was so amazing. For me personally, as I watched you perform, I was like, this is the motherfucking experience I'm talking about. This is that Lala Ree. That's that bitch. That was where my votes came in. You devoured that talent show. Please. Please, Lala. I can only imagine if that was an actual episode where they could have counted that as a win, you would have won that episode. It wouldn't have been a double win, baby. It would have been you won the episode. So for me, I gave it to Lala. I did vote for Darian as well. I voted for Jessica Wilde. Those were the three people I could see taking it, in my opinion. And whoever anybody else voted for, if they won, they won. And that's on that. So congratulations to Lala Ree. Absorb that win, girl. Miss Congeniality, Golden Boot winner. And now the Fame Games winner. She's well liked. And reminder, triple the point. Jimbo and Candy are up next because Rue wants to see them lip sync for the crowd. Because I want to remind everyone, based off of the lip sync and your progress through the entire season. I said Candy ain't winning. I said the entire season. Rue, emphasis. The entire season. Candy, you close. You should have had Jessica up there. Maybe still wouldn't have won. I don't know. But when she said through the entire season, I said, oh, she should have brought somebody else up here with her. I know she wanted to be right by Jimbo, but like, baby, that was the time for you to make a different decision. I get why you did what you did, though, but if I could turn back time, something like that. It's a Sylvester song. Forgive me, I don't have the other person's name on the top of my head here, but I will put it up, the picture with the title now. There it is. Oh my gosh. Do you want to funk? I want YouTube to hear me with that N. Funk. You see that N, YouTube? Don't you say I said something else. So listen. This was chaotic because Candy was performing like in her own like land or lane or whatever she does that she normally does. Jimbo had a phone, had a giant breast bib that was inflatable to the point of obnoxiousness, and an ass titty too, because we already saw that, but that came back, and proceeded to wiggle the fuck around that stage. And that was the lip sync. Oh, and then the microphone that she was using to sing into was also a confetti cannon. That's it. I don't have any other notes. I'm so sorry. I can't break this down anymore for you. It reminded me of the Fame Games lip sync. Chaos. What's happening here? No one's taking this. Are we taking this seriously? Are we just running around with it? I don't know what's going on here. Candy then did that slide, child, and it was like, oh my God, how is she? Is she okay? Who is? I wanted to ask her niece, how are you? Because, bitch, I'm so, it was a lot. It was a lot. I think they had their decision made before the episode even started. To be honest, and this was a lot of work, but I still enjoyed for what we got, and I think the right person won. Out of all the circumstances that took place this episode, or excuse me, this season, and the things that happened, decisions that were made, Jimbo is the winner of All Stars 8. RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8. I believe it's our first international queen that came from a different franchise of an international season and then won a US season of Drag Race. $200,000 on top of, I believe, like 30,000 or maybe 35. I'm not quite sure what the number is. But I think, and I'm posting it now, Green Gay on their Twitter. Hey, Green Gay, I just posted your tweet up here. You said around this amount of money, like 300 something thousand dollars in Canadian dollars. I'm like, fuck. Is this the biggest prize anyone's ever won now that it's been converted? Like, what's going on here for Drag Race? Not Queen of the Universe, but Drag Race? I know a lot of people don't care for Jimbo. I'm indifferent right now. I understand why everybody can find themselves being upset or disliking certain things they do with drag and saying it's a mockery. And I can also see where people say this is literally a part of their drag with their art and them clowning, and it's not meant to be malicious or malign others. So my Libra balance kicks in this moment, and I go, I see your point, and I'm indifferent to it because I sort of look at it as a show until I see them do something a little bit more on the lines of what a certain person from Drag Race Philippines is having to chat GPT apologize for. Yeah, I'm here for Jimbo winning. I'm glad they won. I feel bad for Candy a bit because it's like I could feel the disappointment, but also Candy, again, you're a star. Like, you don't need to win Drag Race to be successful, and many queens have proven that, right? This season, we'll talk about on the panel for the live review, but it's not the worst. It's not the best. It's somewhere in the middle for me as far as enjoying the season. There were moments I lived and breathed for. There were iconic moments I will never forget. There are times when it felt like nothing was happening and it's strolling along and decisions were made that were very nonsensical and certain things took place we just didn't care for. But I'll put it in the middle of my list of all stars. I still think it was a good season. Shout out to all the queens who are part of the show, who put in this work, who gave up themselves again for us to critique and talk about and celebrate and even insult, unfortunately. But like, they deserve love too. Everybody went through something this season. Those who quit, those who stayed through it, those who, had hairlines that were running away from them, whatever you want to call it, helicopter pads and all. It was an interesting season. Very much that. I will say Untucked, dry, girl. Like, y'all got to pick it up a little bit. Let these babies cut up if they want to. Like, again, I say, don't send babies home. I want to see people talk. But tell me what you thought of this finale for All Stars 8 and your feelings over the season as a whole and what you would hope to see for All Stars 9 in the comment section. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. Please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, become a part of my Rant Pack family. Many videos to come, many international seasons I'm covering right now, including Drag Race Mexico. Check out those live reviews. Drag Race Down Under season 3 is about to be a part of the menu. We have Drag Race Brazil coming up, and then I'm also covering Drag Race France, baby. Lots for this channel, including new shows that are gonna come up in a rewind series I do over old Drag Race seasons, and I do sort of like a what were we thinking back then moment. And then of course the piece of cake experience, which more of like slices of cake I should call it. I will have that posted very soon. My apologies for the delay. But again, I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Hugs and kisses, my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants, and to that forever. Again, like button, comment section, get me in this algorithm. RuPaul's Drag Race. Appreciate the support. I'll see you for the next one.